Okay, now next na pag-uusapan natin is your glaucoma. Okay, your glaucoma. Okay, your glaucoma is referred to a group of what? Ocular conditions characterized by elevated intraocular what? Pressure. Okay, elevated intraocular pressure. Normally kasi the normal intraocular pressure is 10 to 21 mmHg. Kapag tumaas dyan, ibig sabihin meron kang increase intraocular pressure. So, ano ang nangyayari? Bakit tumataas yung IOP? Okay, nagkakaroon ng congestion of your aqueous humor in the eyes. Okay? Nagkakaroon daw ng what? Congestion of aqueous humor. Saan? Sa mata. Okay? At the same time, yung glaucoma ninyo, tinatawag din siyang silent thief sight. Okay? Silent thief sight. And then, it is more prevalent in older. Okay? Older. Okay, 40 years old. Okay. Remember that there is no cure for your glaucoma. Again, there is no cure for your glaucoma. Okay? So, normally kasi, ang nangyayari sa mata natin, okay, normally, sa may posterior chamber ng eyes natin, meron tayong nagpo-produce ng aqueous humor natin. Okay? Your posterior chamber sa likod, nagkakaroon ng secretion ng aqueous humor. And then, yung aqueous humor natin, nagkakaroon ng gain access, okay, sa may anterior chamber. Okay? By flowing through the pupil. Okay? Remember that your aqueous humor give nourishment to your pupil. So, yun yung ginagawa niya normally. Okay? And then, from the anterior chamber, okay, it passes through the canal of Schelm, di ba? Through the canal of Schelm. Okay? Doon siya nag-exit sa may canal of Schelm. Okay? Yung aqueous humor natin. Ngayon, pag nagkaroon ng obstruction, okay, sa canal of Schelm natin, doon na nagkakaroon ng increase intraocular pressure. Okay? Kasi yung fluid mo, 'di ba, yung aqueous humor mo na fluid hindi na siya makalabas sa canal of Schelm dahil nga may obstruction. Okay? So yun yung nangyayari sa ano natin, sa glaucoma natin. Okay, now we have two common forms of your glaucoma, your wide angle and your narrow angle. Okay, pag sinabi nating wide angle kasi outflow of your aqueous humor, okay, is obstructed. Okay, so wide angle obstructed, okay, at the trabecular meshwork. Okay, pag sinabi nating obstructed at the trabecular meshwork, okay, tawag dito, yung obstruction niya before, okay, yung obstruction niya before, saan? Sa may canal of Schelm ninyo, okay? Tawag dito, ang hirap naman kasing i-explain ng hindi drawing, di ba? Okay, dito na lang tayo. Okay, kunwari, ito yung posterior part kasi, and then, okay, ito yung pupil. Okay, ito yung mata. Okay, and then, dito napoproduce yung aqueous humor ninyo. And then ngayon, from your posterior, pupunta siya dyan to nourish, and then after that, pupunta siya dito kasi nandito yung canal of Schelm ninyo. Dyan siya. Dapat mag-exit. Ngayon, nandito yung obstruction sa may wide angle ninyo. Kapag nandito yung obstruction, sa tingin nyo, magpa-pass through pa ba yung fluid? Okay, papunta dito sa canal of Schelm ninyo. Hindi na. So, mag-i-stay ba yung fluid dito? Yes, pag nag-stay yung fluid dito, dyan na nagkakaroon ng increase intraocular pressure. Okay? Dyan na nangyayari yung increase intraocular pressure ninyo. Okay? Nandito kasi yung trabecular meshwork pala. Nandito yung trabecular meshwork. Okay, pag sinabi naman nating narrow angle, okay, glaucoma, the aqueous humor encounter resistance to flow through the pupils. Okay, the aqueous humor encounter resistance to flow through the pupils. Okay, so ang problema mo naman yung paglabas ng what? Yung paglabas ng fluid mo. Saan? Sa may pupil. So ang obstruction mo nandito. Okay? Nandito yung obstruction mo kasi nag-i-stay lang siya dito, hindi siya makapunta dito. So, pag may obstruction dito, mag-i-increase pa rin ba yung IOP ninyo? Yes, okay? So that's the difference between your wide angle and your narrow angle. Kapag wide angle, ang problem natin sa may trabecular meshwork, meron kang obstruction bago siya lumabas saan? Sa canal of Schelm. Ngayon naman, sa narrow angle natin, okay, yung aqueous humor mo, may resistance, okay? Hindi siya makalabas, okay? Hindi makalabas yung what? Yung aqueous humor mo saan? Sa pupils. So, it's either may obstruction dito or may problem ka mismo. Okay? Yung papuntang pupils. Okay? So, that's your narrow angle glaucoma. Okay? So, now, what will be your clinical manifestations na makikita nyo sa pasyente with glaucoma? Okay? Nagkakaroon siya ng blurred vision. Okay? Meron ding halos around the lights. Okay? And then, difficulty adjusting eyes in low light. And then, nagkakaroon siya ng tunnel vision. Pag sinabi naman nating tunnel vision, this is your eyes. Okay? Ito yung mata mo. Ang nakikita, ang vision mo lang andito. Ito lang yung part na may makikita ka. Etong mga to, wala ka nang makita. Okay? Kaya siya tinatawag na tunnel vision. Kasi wala kang makita dito, pero yung center, meron. Diba? Kagaya ng macular degeneration natin, diba? Ang problem natin, yung gitna naman. Okay? Ngayon, sa may glaucoma natin, yung labas ang problem mo, pero wala kang problem dun sa gitna. Okay? Nandyan lang yung vision mo. Okay, ano pa? Loss of peripheral vision. Ito, peripheral vision. Hindi mo na nakikita yung mga nasa side mo, di ba? Ang makikita mo lang yung nasa gitna. Ito lang. Ito, yung nasa harap mo lang. Okay? And then, aching or discomfort around the eyes. Okay? So, pain, may pain yung glaucoma ninyo because of what? The intraocular pressure dahil mataas. Now, ano yung mga diagnostics na pwede natin gamitin? Okay, number 1, tonometry. Okay, your tonometry will measure your intraocular pressure. Okay, and then your ophthalmoscopy, okay, inspect the optic nerve. Kasi pwedeng sirain ng what? Ng increased IOP ninyo, yung optic nerve ninyo because of what? The pressure, okay? So, pwede bang masira yung optic nerve ninyo? Yes. Pwede bang mabulag yung pasyente nyo because of the damage to optic nerve? Yes. Okay? So, central visual field testing. So, yan yung mga diagnostics na pwede nyong gamitin for your glaucoma. Now, okay, so what will be your management? Okay, medical management natin. Okay, the aim of your medical management is to what? Prevent optic nerve damage. Bakit nga? Kasi kapag masyadong mataas nga yung pressure, okay, pwede bang maipit yung optic nerve ninyo? Yes, pag naipit yung optic nerve, pwede bang magkaroon ng injury? Yes, pag nagkaroon ng injury, pwede mag-cause ng permanent damage to your optic nerve? Yes. Okay? So, kapag ito yung nangyari, kapag merong glaucoma, lifelong ba yung therapy? Yes, okay? Glaucoma cannot be cured. Okay? Your glaucoma cannot be cured. No pharmacological management and no surgical management will cure your glaucoma. Okay? So, lifelong therapy yung kailangan natin dyan. Okay? So, ano yung focus natin for your medical management? Okay? Your pharmacology, laser procedure, surgery, or combination approach. Okay? So, ang pinaka-goal natin for your glaucoma is to maintain the intraocular pressure within the range. Again, what is the normal IOP? Okay? It's 10 to 21. Okay? Paano mo siya ma-measure? By using your tonometry. Okay? By using your tonometry. Now, pupunta na tayo sa pharmacologic management ng glaucoma natin. Okay? So, may mga gamot tayo na pwedeng ibigay dyan. Number 1 is your cholinergics, okay? Your cholinergics or your myotics, okay? Example ng myotics natin dyan, it's your pilocarpine, okay? So, ano ang ginagawa ng pilocarpine natin, okay? Pupil constriction, okay? Pupil constriction, okay? Side effect ng inyong myotics is periorbital pain, blurry vision, difficulty of seeing in the dark. Okay? Difficulty of seeing in the dark. So, yan yung problem ninyo kasi nagkakaroon ng constriction. So, imaginin mo kasi kapag pumupunta ka, normally, pag pumupunta ka sa madilim na area, yung pupil mo, magdadilate yan to accommodate. Okay? Para makakita ka sa dilim. Okay? Pag nag-adjust, di ba, nakakakita ka na sa dilim. So, yun yung ginagawa ng, ang pupil natin. Ngayon, nagbigay ka ng constrictor, ng myotic. Sa tingin mo, makakakita yan or makakapag-adjust yung mata mo sa madilim? Hindi. Okay? So, yun yung side effect ng myotics ninyo. Okay? So, ano ba ang ginagawa ng pilocarpine, it opens the trabecular meshwork. Okay? It opens the trabecular meshwork. Para saan? Okay? To increase aqueous fluid outflow. Okay? Again, yung pupil constriction kasi natin, ang ginagawa niyan is ino-open yung trabecular meshwork natin to increase aqueous fluid outflow. Okay? So, yun yung ginagawa ng myotics natin or your pilocarpine. Next, meron din tayong beta blocker. Okay? Example niyan is your timolol. Okay? Ano naman ang ginagawa ng beta blocker natin or your timolol? It reduces the production of your aqueous humor. Again, it reduces the production of your aqueous humor. Okay? And then, yung beta blocker natin na timolol has systemic effect. Okay? Pwede bang magkaroon ng bradycardia yan? Yes. Hypotension? Yes. And then pulmonary disease. Okay? Remember that your beta blocker is still what? Okay? Tawag dito. Hypotensive medication. Diba? Hypotensive medication. Okay? Anti-hypertensive medication siya. Ginamit lang natin siya for what? For your glaucoma. So, pwede ba siya mag-cause ng bradycardia, hypotension, and your pulmonary disease? Yes, okay? Remember that if your two eyes are affected, okay, one eye is treated first, okay? Una muna yung isa, okay? And then next yung isa. And then, this timolol is contraindicated sa may asthma, sa may COPD, sa may heart block, and your heart failure and decreased heart rate. Bakit? Remember again, they are beta blocker. Ano ba ang ginagawa ng beta blocker, di ba? Dinedecrease na yung heart rate, okay, nagkukos ng hypotension. Tapos kung magbibigay ka pa, di ba? What will happen? Magkakaroon ng what? Mas malaking problema pa, okay? And then, remember that your beta blocker is not good sa mga patient natin with what? With pulmonary diseases such as your asthma and COPD. Kasi ang ginagawa niya is what? Ang beta blocker nyo kasi, it can cause vasodilation. Diba? It can cause vasodilation saan? Sa blood vessel ninyo. Kaya nagkakaroon ng hypotension. Pero, ano ang ginagawa niya sa lungs ninyo? Nagkakaroon ng bronchoconstriction. Diba? Nagkakaroon ng bronchoconstriction. Kaya hindi sila pwedeng ibigay sa may mga asthma and COPDs natin. Okay? Next, we have your alpha-adrenergic agonist. Okay? Alpha-adrenergic agonist. Example nito is your brimonidine, okay? And then your apraclonidine, okay? Apraclonidine and your brimonidine, okay? Ano naman ang ginagawa nito? They reduces also the production of your what? Your aqueous humor, okay? Side effect, redness of eye, dry mouth, and your dry nasal passages. Okay, so that's your alpha-adrenergic agonist. Next is your carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. Okay, example niya dyan is your acetolamide. Okay, ano naman ang ginagawa nito? It reduces again the production of your aqueous humor. Pero meron siyang side effect. Pwede siyang mag-cause ng anaphylactic reaction. Diba? So, you need to watch out for the signs and symptoms of anaphylactic reaction. Okay? Meron din ba siyang electrolyte loss? Okay? Electrolyte loss. Yes. Okay. Your acetolamide can also cause depression. Okay? Lethargy, GI upset, impotence, and your weight loss. Okay? So, that's your carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. Okay? Next is your prostaglandin analogs. Okay? Prostaglandin analogs. Okay? It's your latanoprost. Okay? Latanoprost. Okay? That's your prostaglandin. Okay? Ano naman ang ginagawa nito? It increases your uveoscleral outflow. Okay? Uveoscleral outflow. Okay? So, side effect nito, darkening of the iris and your conjunctival redness. Okay? So, that's your prostaglandin analog. Okay? Surgical management naman tayo, okay? If pharmacologic management cannot control your IOP, okay? If pharmacologic management cannot control your IOP, doon na tayo gagamit ng surgical management, okay? Number 1 dyan is your trabeculectomy, okay? It's your trabeculectomy. So, anong ginagawa nito? It stabilizes the optic nerve, okay? So, it reduces the visual field damage. Okay? It reduces the visual field damage. Okay? Pero, yun nga lang, meron tayong complication for your trabeculectomy. Ano yon? Hemorrhage. Okay? Hemorrhage. Okay? Bababa din ba yung IOP ninyo? Yes. Okay, either pwedeng bumaba or tumaas yung IOP ninyo. Pwede bang mag-cause na niya ng uveitis? Yes. Okay, pwede mag-cause niya ng uveitis. Pwede rin bang cataracts? Yes. Bleb failure, bleb leak, and then intraocular infection. So yan yung pwedeng maging complication ng pasyente ninyo na nag-undergo ng trabeculectomy. Okay. Next, we have your laser trabeculoplasty. Okay, so ang ginagawa dyan, it opens the intratrabecular spaces and widen the canal of Schlemm. Okay? So, kapag na-wide na yung canal of Schlemm natin using your laser trabeculoplasty, nagpro-promote na ba yan ng outflow? Okay, ng aqueous humor natin? Yes. So, pag nag-promote yan ng outflow, magre-reduce na ba or magde-decrease na ba yung intraocular pressure natin? Yes. Okay, but remember, your laser trabeculoplasty has also contraindication. Ano yung mga yon? When trabecular meshwork, okay, cannot be visualized. So pag hindi makita yung trabecular meshwork ninyo, hindi siya pwedeng gawin. Okay? Hindi siya pwedeng gawin. Okay? Next is your peripheral iridotomy. Okay? So ano nangyayari dito? Okay? It eliminates the pupillary blockage. Okay? It eliminates your pupillary blockage. Okay. Next is your laser iridotomy. Okay. Laser iridotomy. Okay. May contraindication ba to? Yes. Ano? Your corneal edema. Bakit? Kapag masyadong makapal kasi may inflammation, it will interfere. Saan? Sa laser. Okay? Bakit? Kasi dun sa targeting natin and then even yung strength ng laser na gagamitin mo, makakaapekto yan kung masyadong makapal, kung may edema. Diba? It will interfere. Okay? Potential complication yan is burn. Burn saan? Burn sa lens mo, burn sa cornea, and burn saan? Sa may retina ninyo. Remember again that your pharmacologic management and your surgical management, okay, cannot cure your glaucoma, but it could slow the progression of the disease. Again, it could slow the progression of the disease. Okay? Remember that in glaucoma, dahil walang treatment, okay, lifelong therapeutic regimen is needed. Okay? Lifelong therapeutic regimen is needed. Okay? So, ano yung mga kailangan mong ituro? Okay? Needs patient education. Ano ba yung kailangan niyang matutunan regarding sa sakit niya? Okay? Ano yun? Ano yung mga activities na pwede lang sa kanya? Ano yung mga pagkain na pwede lang sa kanya? Okay? So, yun yung kailangan mong ituro sa patient natin, di ba? And then, you need to promote strict adherence. Okay? Adherence. Saan? Sa check-up niya. Kasi baka mamaya hindi na yung magpa-check up. Okay? And then, individualized education plan. Okay? Every patient is unique. So, kailangan magkakaiba yung teaching mo. Nakadepende yan dun sa assessment mo sa kanya and even yung support system na nakapaligid sa kanya. Okay? Now, how to manage glaucoma? Okay? Patient education. You need to teach yung patient mo kung ano yung intraocular pressure niya. Okay? Intraocular pressure. So, kailangan nagpapa-check up talaga siya, di ba? Know the extent of his or her vision loss. And then, extent ng damage ng optic nerve. So, dapat alam din niya yon. Okay? Para meron siyang basis, okay, comparison if nag-i-improve ba or nagde-deteriorate yung condition niya. 'Di ba? Keep the eye pressure measurement. Dapat sinusulat niya. Okay? And then visual field test. Okay? And then review all medications and dosing. And then observe the installation of eye medication. Okay? Marunong ba yan maglagay ng medication nang mag-isa lang siya? Diba? And then participate in decision making. So again, you need to promote independence for your patient. Okay? Kasi hindi naman ikaw yung mabubulag. Again, hindi naman ikaw yung may sakit. So, again, you need to participate your patient sa decision making. Hindi ikaw yung magde-decide sa kung ano yung mangyayari sa buhay niya. Okay? And then, eye drops are to be given as prescribed. Dapat hindi siya nag-i-skip kasi magkakaroon lang siya ng problema. Okay? Next, keep all follow-up appointments. Okay? Keep all follow-up appointments. Okay? Dapat nasusunod lahat ng appointments niya and even yung mga check-ups niya. Okay? To manage his or her glaucoma. comma. Okay? So that's it